me, Christine from the Kinney Center, talking to you today about compliments. What is a compliment? A compliment is defined as a polite expression of praise or admiration. So what does that mean? Basically, a compliment is a positive thing that you say to someone else. To be even more specific, compliments should be 1, positive, 2, true, and 3, specific. Now that we've defined compliments, let's check for our understanding with a little game I like to play called Compliment or Not a Compliment. Number 1, you can fly. Is this a compliment or not a compliment? This is not a compliment because it's not true. I don't know about you, but I don't know anybody who can fly unless they're in a plane. And if it's not true, then it's not a compliment. Number 2, your hair is short. This is not a compliment because it's not positive. It's just a fact. If you wanted to tell someone that their hair was short, but in a compliment, you might say, I really like the way your hair is cut short. Number 3, you are good. This is not a compliment because it's not specific. If you want to give someone a compliment about how they're good, you might want to be more specific and say what they're good at, like you are a great artist. You might be wondering, when should I give a compliment? There are a lot of times that we can give compliments and it's appropriate. But some examples include when you notice something you like about someone. You might walk into a party and notice that your cousin is wearing a really cool shirt. In this case, you could say something like, wow, I really like your shirt. Another example is if someone helps you do something. If someone is helping you, you might want to give them a compliment about how good they are at that thing. For example, if your brother teaches you how to do something on the computer, you might say to him, you are awesome at technology. Another example is when you notice someone is sad or maybe upset about something. In this case, you might want to give them a compliment to make them feel a little bit better. Another example is if you just want to make someone feel good. You'd be surprised at how one compliment can make somebody's day. Now let's get into the steps to giving a compliment. Giving a compliment is pretty easy and straightforward, but there are a few steps you want to follow. Number 1, you want to look at the person and make good eye contact. Number 2, you want to say something positive, true, and specific, just like we talked about the 3 characteristics of a compliment. Number 3, after you say the compliment, you want to smile to show that you meant it. Number 4, you want to wait for a response. Usually, when you say something nice about someone, they say thank you. And number 5, when someone says thank you, we usually say something like, you're welcome. Now that we know the steps to giving compliments, let's see an example with Janine and Christine. Hey Christine, I saw you singing at the open mic night the other day. You have such a beautiful voice. Thanks Janine, that's so nice. You're welcome. Another thing we can talk about with compliments is receiving and accepting compliments. Sometimes people give us compliments. It's common for some people to feel awkward when other people give them compliments. They might even say things like, oh no, that's not true, or this person is better than me at this thing. But when someone gives you a compliment, they probably mean it because they have no reason to lie to you about something they think is a nice thing. So it's good to not only receive the compliment, but to accept the compliment. And here are the steps to accepting compliments. You can 1. Look at the person and smile. 2. Say thank you. And 3, which is an optional step, you can say something related to the compliment or even give the other person a compliment as well. Let's look at an example where Christine doesn't do a great job of accepting a compliment from Janine. Hey Christine, I really like your hat. Oh my gosh, it's so ugly. I am embarrassed about it. In this example, Christine seems to be embarrassed by her hat, so she doesn't accept the compliment. But it seems like Janine really likes her hat, so she should accept the compliment, whether she likes her own hat or not. Let's see how Christine could have received the compliment and accepted the compliment. Hey Christine, I really like your hat. Wow, thanks so much. My dad gave it to me. Okay, so now we know what compliments are, how to give them, and how to receive them. So let's practice coming up with some compliments in specific situations. For this activity, you can get a pencil and paper and you can write down your responses and talk about them with someone in your family. Number 1, what's a compliment you might give your mom or dad after they've made you dinner? One that I would come up with is, "This food is delicious. You are a great cook." Number 2, what's a compliment you might give your friend while you're playing video games with him or her? I might say something like, "Nice move. You are really good at this game." Next, what's a compliment you might give your sister or brother while you're watching TV with them at home? A simple compliment you might want to say is, "I love spending time with you." Number 4, think about someone you've been home with the past few days. What's a compliment that you could give them? By now, you should be a pro at giving and accepting compliments. Your homework from this video is to give someone in your family a compliment as soon as you're done watching this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos from the Kinney Center.